Okay then folks, so here we have the Combinator 2. So what makes this different from the original Combinator, and what is it? Well, firstly, what it is a basically all-in-one tool. Okay, now I'll say from the start that this is not a tool that I personally normally use. I prefer to have a squeegee in one hand and applicator in the other, but we'd like to do a video on this just for those of you out there that like to do one-pass tools. So let's have a look at it and see the differences between this and its predecessor. So like before, it can click on the front or the back of the squeegee. We'll just show you that now. So you can have it like so. So you can scrub one side and then use a squeegee on the other. Now this handle is fixed, it doesn't rotate at all. So to get those angles, you'll need to actually physically move the pole. It's not like the accelerator squeegee. Okay, so just so you know. It uses the liquidator channel as all other Moerman tools do. This is the liquidator 2.0 as well. Now this T-bar is slightly different than it was before. Firstly, how we get it in and out of the squeegee is different. Much easier. This blue button here, you simply push with your thumb and it clicks out as easy as that. The other one was a bit more tricky to try and get in and out. It was a bit stiff, but this one, nice and easy to click in and click out. Simple as that. Now, the other way you can have it is as a one-pass tool. Okay, so the way this works is it's clicked in like so, and the T-bar sits just below the squeegee channel. So the idea is with different angles applied to the glass, you can either soap up, and then when you lean the squeegee forward, you can then blade the window down. So basically what I would recommend you guys, if you are going to use a tool like this, if you're going to use it quite regularly, is to switch hands fairly regularly. You will find if you use something like this in your dominant hand all the time, you'll find you'll probably get pretty sore wrists if you're scrubbing and squeegeeing all with the one tool. I would encourage you to swap hands during the day if you are going to use this. So what are some other differences between this and its predecessor? Well, let's have a look at the T-bar. Click it out like so, and the T-bar is very simple, just Velcro tabs on there that you undo, pull the sleeve off. Now, the previous T-bar was squared off at the ends. But what that meant was you couldn't quite get into the corners of the frames properly when it was as a one-pass tool. So what they've done is they've angled the T-bar as the same angle as the squeegee, you'll see there. Okay, so what that does is it doesn't really matter so much when it's being used as that kind of tool where you've got the applicator on one side and squeegee on the other. Doesn't really matter so much, but the reason that they've done it is for those that like to do the one-pass method. It will get into the corners of the frames much better as opposed to it being squared off. So that is one major difference. Also, this bit is quite flexible here, so it can move left and right, up and down. So the T-bar is getting a better coverage over the glass, especially if it's uneven glass. This does a much better job at actually getting that whole glass covered evenly and properly. So that, guys, is the Moerman Combinator. Now, I'm not going to give it a out of 5 rating because I feel that would be a little bit unfair as I don't really use it that often. For me, like I've mentioned before, I like to use an applicator and a squeegee at the same time. That's the way I like to work, and I like to encourage people to work because you can catch the drips with one hand and the squeegee in the other. But if you do like using one-pass tools, or you want to use it for very clean glass, say for interiors, mirrors, that kind of thing, then it is a good tool, but you just need to get a bit accustomed to it, changing those angles between being able to scrub the glass and then squeegee it off if you're using it as a one-pass. So that is the Moerman Liquidator channel and Combinator 2.0 handle. You can actually also just use it as a handle if you wish, and just use it as a squeegee if you want. But the T-bar is also quite effective as well. So thank you very much, guys. That's the Liquidator 2.0 and the Combinator 2.0 latest version from Moerman. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Much appreciated. Take care, be good, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.